Hello viewer and welcome back to Games with Dialogue. This is my continuing playthrough of what I have built so far in the RPG Maker. Last time we made it to the shrine, made it to most of the shrine before I got stuck. So we're going to continue here, hopefully make it all the way through this time, back to town for the next leg of the story. So without further ado, let's dive in. This is where we'll pick up on. Alright, I saved here so that, because we've already seen the other part of this. So as long as this doesn't mess up, we should be fine. Let's do... Right, I tried a bunch of different ways to do this wall, and I just wound up cutting a chunk out of it. It's not great, and I'll continue trying to make it work like a secret room, but as of right now, there's really no point in doing that. There's no point in making this corridor a secret, because there's a silly little graphic difference, a tile that's different than the rest of the wall right there, which upsets me, but I can't think of a better way to do it, so it is what it is. Alright, this should be the last one. Who are you? Oh, how diabolical. Indeed. What? What is it? Asking such a question of those who made it this far. For some, the answer would be as simple as looking in a mirror and describing what they see. But for those who make it this far, the question would trigger paralyzing doubt, crippling introspection. Indeed. But for us, those answers were laid bare when we passed beyond mortality. We are royalty, the mothers and fathers of humanity, the architects of human civilization. I think that whole dialogue could be done better. I think there's a difference between the intelligent, who would be able to spout out dates and times and history information, and the more philosophical, who would look at themselves, the introspection, and get lost in who they really are and what that means and what that question means. I did it kind of as a laugh, but it doesn't really fit. Especially Elizabeth's explanation of the kind of person who would get this far. So I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit. It can still be funny, it just needs to be tweaked a little bit. Okay, and then we can leave. Now what I want to do is remove the crystal here and leave it downstairs. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. It's a simple enough thing to do. Okay. Now there's two ways we could go. We could try to get to the pyramid, or we could head back to town. If we, either way we do it, if we go to the Angel of Knowledge and talk to them, we'll get two separate dialogue boxes. The first one will be like, there's a barrier around the Great Pyramid we can't pierce. How do we get it? And then she will describe that to you. The other one is just to go straight back to town and get the next leg of our story given to us. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to head back to town. But I do need to make sure, somehow, test, that the barrier around the Great Pyramid works, and that the dialogue box that comes from doing that actually plays out the way it's supposed to. But I will do that on my own, because that means walking all the way there and getting into a bunch of fights, and then going back to Nahoe and getting in a bunch of fights. Which I just don't want to do that right now. Right now, I just want to continue with the game. With the story. With the quest. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. I am gonna heal up Solomon. Then we spread shot, and then we double strike the... Oh. Double strike... Oh, right, it's just random. That's right, he doesn't have the... Twin blow is the one that focuses on one enemy. Sure, we'll double strike. And then we will cold snap the group. Oh, never mind. That's gonna be a waste. Cold snapping on 2 people, we might as well just do the regular attack. Alright, let's heal up Joan. And Joan, you can do double strike. You know, I think I should either remove poison or eye gouge. Well, no, I kept eye gouge as a special and not a magic, so that she could do it even if she had no MP. No, you know, I kept eye gouge as a special. Yeah, there's a magic that does blind, and she doesn't have access to that. Yeah, alright. I talked myself back into it and then out of it, so... Forgive me. Forgive me for being so wishy-washy, right there. That should do it. Okay. Now, the idea is that the player is earning XP and money because you can change the classes of Gilgamesh, Joan, and Elizabeth now into pure spellcasters, and they're gonna need gear, which you can buy in Nahoe. Yahoo. Ooh, that's a completely different town. You can buy that gear in Nahoe now that you're able to switch. So everybody should be able to switch at least 2 classes. A physical, tough, and heavily armored battle class, and then a spellcasting class. I'm also going to come here and get my health and mana back. Yes, please. Okay. Alright, and now we should be able to go into town. Or go into the building. I'm actually going to save in case something breaks. There we go. We should be able to talk to him. Nope. Alright, good. Good. It doesn't repeat the conversation from earlier. That's the important thing. Oh, shoot. The light on the town... the light on the building didn't change back. It should have. When you leave... Let's go to Desert Town here. When you enter this building, the tint screen... Yeah, the tint screen's supposed to take you back to normal tint conditions. We also want a 20 on that. Huh. I wonder why it didn't... I'll have to test that out, because it's supposed to. Alright. But the screen's supposed to tint again, so we'll see this in a second. Oh, Angel! We have returned from the Shrine of Knowledge! A powerful energy field prevents us... Oh, that's not... Well, let me look at that real quick, because that's definitely not supposed to happen. This one. Let's see... Pyramid Barrier, which we didn't touch, and Crystal Restore. This one... This should have come up as Crystal Restore. Why did it not? I'm actually going to put Self-Switch A there. Maybe that was the problem? Alright, I think we're on the right track. But there's no way you're supposed to know this. So I think what happened was... I copied this dialogue over here by mistake. Let's change this. Let's change this. We need Elizabeth. There we go. We have returned from the Shrine of Knowledge. The crystal has been restored. The crystal has been restored, as well as maybe if I as well as our aspect of knowledge. Aspects plural? Aspects? No. Aspect of knowledge. Sure. That's good enough for the moment. Angel, hello. Are you there? Okay, so we should be able to go through the rest of this conversation now. Angel, hello. Oh, Joan's name needs to... Shoot. I missed that. Well, well, well. So the rumors are true. Who is this? No questions. Just listen. I want to change... yeah, hold on. Before we continue with that. I need to come back over here into this conversation. Let me just make sure that Joan's thing is fixed. There we go. And then Joan. Hello, are you there? Actually, I'm gonna put that there. Well. Should I put a text, like, should I put ... or question? I don't like question mark. Maybe 3 question marks? Well, the rumors are true. I don't like that either, but it's better than just leaving it blank, I guess. Who is this? No. Yeah, alright, I need to... If I'm gonna do question marks for the first one, I gotta do question marks for every box of dialogue of his. Theirs. I've taken the little... Yeah, I've gotta do it here, too. Right, but the whole point of coming here and doing this... Right, what got me here in the first place was when the screen tints, the music changes. So we need a different music. What are we gonna do? We want something sinister. No, that's not. Labyrinth? No. No. I need something disturbing, like dungeon. Well, that might work. It depends on how long the conversation goes. Oh, what? I gotta stop that. What? I gotta go back. Let's save this real quick. What background music am I using for the pyramid? I'll just use that. Edit. We are using... Oh, we are using Labyrinth. That's not creepy enough. Go back. Government Center. Yeah, that's not creepy enough for dialogue. For this dialogue. Where are you? Labyrinth. Well, I mean, we can try it, but... Yeah, I don't like it. So we need something disturbing, something dark, something... adequately slow and ominous. No. No. I don't know. Maybe creeping? Maybe if I slow it down. The drums just make it not work as well as I want it to. We also need to stop the town music from playing at this point. I don't want it playing underneath this. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna stop it. I'll work on it on my own. I definitely want the music to change when this guy starts talking, though. But I'm gonna have to worry about that later. Anyways, let's go back to the conversation already in progress. I've taken your little spirit guide. If you would like it back, come to the Great Pyramid. I would make haste, however. I'm a busy man, and I find this thing quite annoying. Fantastic, another detour. But we are going to get the angel back, right? Indeed, without question. Then the question now is, how? And that's the end of that. Then we leave. So this is where I kind of lose the thread. Because I know what to do. I've built out the next part of it. But the player, I don't want the player just wandering around town. I suppose he could go back to Corden. But there needs to be something that fills the gap for the player, a direction to point them in. I want them to go upstairs. I'm actually going to save this real quick and then exit it. I want them to go upstairs and eavesdrop on this conversation between these three generals, the people in charge of running the army these soldiers are a part of, this whole thing, who also incidentally happen to serve the entity living in the Great Pyramid. The problem is, I don't know how to get them up there. Now, technically, they don't have to be up there. I could take this whole set piece and put it at this table. But I want to use the upstairs because the building has 2 floors, and why not? But why would they go up there? I suppose what I could do is at the end of this conversation, when Jones says, how, is just have Gilgamesh suggest that they look around this building. That would be, I think that would be enough of a gap filler for the player to actually go upstairs and get the next piece going. I think that's perfectly reasonable. And would give the player some direction without holding their hand. Yeah, we want the disguise. As long as they're in town, they're going to be disguised. Speaking of, I need to definitely get something worked out with the exits and entrances of the town that take off the disguise when you leave and put it back on when you get here. Perhaps H. Perhaps we should look around this. Is that gonna fit? Perhaps we should look around. Perhaps we should investigate this building. Perhaps we should investigate this. It might not even fit still. Yeah, I don't think this is... It just barely fits. Perhaps we should investigate this building and see if the military has not left any clues behind? Any clues lying around? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Sure. That'll give a reason for the player to work their way back through this building and then upstairs. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Before we jump back in and look it up, I want to rework the upstairs a little bit. Originally, I had the player coming over here to grabbing this key, but that's not necessary now. Yeah, that's not necessary now. But they still need to be able to eavesdrop on this conversation. So I need to figure out a way to get that to happen. I also... I also want to rebuild the upper floor here to be more like an office space. Maybe a couple of different rooms. Let's take this guy. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that because I think they're all paced out, right? Let me see here. Player moves. No, they're all pretty much standing around just talking to each other, which is boring to watch. So, yeah, I'm going to restructure that. We'll leave the dialogue where it is, but we'll rebuild the room. But you can come over here while I delete this side of the room. Where's the carpet I used? It wasn't this one. That's too... Yeah, that's too blue. That's too bright. Ah, it's this one. Right. Okay. So we're just going to get rid of this and this. And probably these. Yeah. Okay. So this here, I think. Yes. Okay. All right. What if I make this its own room? Okay. And then I want this to be its own room. What if I get rid of this wall here? Well, that's not gonna work. I suppose if I make this its own room. Yeah, but I need a door. Why don't we put the door right there? Because this room's too tiny. Okay. Well, I can move everything. I can make it bigger. Let's edit. Give us a little more height, maybe 17 by 17. Sure. So I can... We need... Right. That far. We want it to go all the way around. Right. Okay. And then I'm going to have to delete the... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Right. Okay. It's not that big a deal, because, like I said, or like I looked into, I should probably just make the whole floor plan open so that I can do what I want here instead of struggling to fit everything in. These guys are not paced out with their own movement, so it's not that big a deal right now. I'll just put them where I want to put them. I want... Where's the button I need for this whole thing? Let me save real quick in case. And then I want their tiny room to be down here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The door goes there. No, that's too tiny. That's too tiny. One more. There we go. Okay. Sure. It's still too tiny, but I can put like 3 rooms here now. Same with over here. And then I can have the player eavesdrop against the wall here. Let's do this. There we go. And then the player, yeah, all right. All right. So I can work it out where the player comes down here and can eavesdrop on their conversation on this side of the wall. I think I actually want to move this wall over one more. Make the rooms uniform in size and shape. Yeah. The problem is this has got to get moved over. 2 sides right there. Yeah, I think that's more uniform. Okay. And then move this door down. I just cut and paste. And let me look at it real quick. Yeah, it doesn't actually open. Okay. This one will be open. Probably what I'll do is make every room uniform, but all have doors that can't be opened except this one room. Just to lead the player by the hand into this room so they have the opportunity to eavesdrop. These guys all got to get moved in here. I'll put him right there against the wall. I'll put him right there by the table, which I'll put right here. And then he'll be by the door. Fantastic. Okay. Good. All right. Well, I've got some things to work on before my next episode. And then we'll get into this conversation with these, a little bit of foreshadowing with these mini bosses, I guess we could call them. They might wind up being bosses later in the game. Honestly, I probably won't use them as bosses. The whole idea is that the 4 player characters are dealing with the supernatural element of what is going on in the world right now. The dark, evil, villainous thing that is driving this military to conquer the planet, conquer humanity. And the more physical, more mortal aspect of it is left for mortals to deal with while they deal with the supernatural. But having an eavesdrop on this conversation with these guys, the player and the player characters get a better idea of what's going on, what their plans are, what their next step is, how they feel about the supernatural element that is kind of like pulling the wool over their eyes and puppeting them into doing its bidding. I think it's an important aspect of the story to bring up, so we'll get to that next time. Until then, thank you everyone for joining me. Stay safe, and God bless you.